Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about gas. Okay, no worries, we're not talking about that gas. We're talking about gear acquisition syndrome. You know, the feeling you have when you see a new shiny piece of gear or a new camera that is just released. Like the Sony A9, for example, that was released yesterday or announced yesterday. And I need to have that. I need to buy that. It will make everything better. It will make my photography better. It will make my filmmaking better. I need to get it. I need to get it, my precious. I think it's important to talk about it again and again because obviously you always hear both sides on the extreme sides of things. On the one hand, where people say, no, gear doesn't matter at all. And you don't need gear. It's the photographer or the filmmaker who makes the picture, which is 100% right for sure, to an extent. So I guess it's not 100%, but it's true for sure. On the second hand, yes, gear matters, and gear can matter a lot, but it doesn't necessarily make the picture, and it definitely doesn't change when you buy new kits every year, every month, every 2 years even. You have to have gear that works, right? You have to have gear that gets you through the day and lets you do what you're doing. Which doesn't mean that you need every lens out there to do whatever you want to do, even though you want to, I don't know, shoot some superb, beautiful scenery and get a nice wide shot, but you don't have that ultra wide angle lens. You can improvise, you can take a panorama, you can Brennizer the shit out of that photo and, just do what you have to do. But there's always, or most of the time, there's an option to do something other than buy gear. Then again, there are situations where you might need a specific piece of gear. If you're like, I don't know, somewhere in South America and doing a documentary on bat caves. Or if, for example, shooting like 24-hour car races or something, where you have a good portion of the time filming and shooting in the dark. Would make sense to get a Sony A7S, 1 or 2, doesn't matter, or any camera that has like super high ISO or very good super high ISO performance like that. Taking the same situations, the bat cave, or the car race, or whatever, and you cannot afford or you don't want to, I don't know, get a credit and buy something on loan. Normally there's always a way around your problem, and most of it is up here, right? And it's nice to have shiny new things. It can be a burden at some point, right? Oh wow, there's this new camera out, and ooh, there's this new lens, and now they call it art lens. Ooh, it will make my pictures so much more artsy and fartsy. And I'm guilty of gas probably more than a lot of other people. And it's a hard and very bumpy road away from that. And I've been good in the past couple of years. I've gotten better, and I haven't bought every new piece of shiny kit that came my way. If you have the money and you don't even have to think about spending whatever amount of money it is for that piece of gear, sure, go ahead and do it. But minimalism and that kind of thing, sometimes, I'm definitely the worst person to talk about that, I guess, but the thing I feel is if I'm reducing whatever I have with me, it definitely frees up your mind a little bit, or a little bit more. Be it in preparation where you're packing, or where you're like preparing for a project, or whatever it is, or even if you're just going out to shoot for yourself, just walking around town, be your own devil's advocate and try to see the other side. What happens if you don't? I'm glad that I'm at a point where I'm not just blindly buying everything new and shiny that's coming out that I could maybe use, or I might need, or whatever. For example, Fuji GFX 50S would be super awesome to have for especially like portrait work and whatever, right? But there's this one small thing that the flashing speed is just not up to what I would really like to have. And I hang myself to that and just try not to go overboard and buy the camera just because of that, because it can hold out longer. My cameras work and they do what they're supposed to do, and there's no need of spending thousands of dollars on a new camera system just yet. Might come, might not come, but what I want to get at to is, sure, it's nice to buy new things, and new gear can help you succeed in whatever you're doing, but also not having the newest gear can get you excel at whatever you're doing and can get you to whatever goals you need and to whatever results you need. Just check yourselves every now and then when you get gas and think you have to buy this and that, whatever just came out or whatever you just saw or someone showed you. I think it's something that gives us a bit more room to play with our creativity if we don't fall into the pit of buying. So, yeah. It is a deep rabbit hole you can go down when talking about gas. So, yeah, we'll get back. Until then, have a great week. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.